3 dangerous thoughts that block the law of attraction. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and here's 3 thoughts that you've been programmed by society to think and say unconsciously that are blocking you from having all the things that you really want in life. Let's dive right into this video. Thought number 1, I am not enough. Who would you be without that thought? Who would you be without the thought of I am not enough? And that might be an abstract way of looking at it, I am not enough. So let's make it a little bit more personal. What are the ways that the voice in your head speaks and tells you that you do not deserve what you want in life? I know I can speak for myself that the voice in my head would tell me I was too young, I wasn't qualified enough, I might not be smart enough. When I was younger, I always did really bad on tests. And when you're younger, you think that your intelligence is based off of tests because we get all these letter grades or we get our SATs and our ACTs. And I was never the brightest tool in the shed, let's put it that way. And I started to develop this complex where I thought I was stupid and I couldn't remember things. So I was diagnosed with ADD and ADHD, and I took Adderall and stuff like that when I was in high school. And so I developed this complex where I thought that I was stupid. And so flash forward, when I was in college, I dropped out, backpacked around the world, wrote a book, started my whole career, self-published a book, and was trying to build a career as an author and a youth speaker. And so all of those complexes and limitations of I am not enough finally showed up in my life. Because I was 20, trying to publish a book at any age is really hard. But let alone at 20, especially when it's a personal development book about backpacking around the world and dropping out of school, but then I'm trying to get the students in schools to read it. It was really hard. And then it brought up all my I am not good enough stories. And the ones I just shared with you. And I finally asked myself this question. Who would I be without that thought? Who would I be without the thought? Well, let's take a step back. God energy is in everything. It's in every cell of my body. It's in every cell of your body. It's in everything. That's what I believe. So, who would I be without all of my limited thoughts? Well, I'd be a totally divine being worthy of everything that I desire. I'd be one with God. I'd be a beautiful being. I'd be totally forgiven. I'd be totally complete. I'd be good enough. I'd be smart enough. That's who I would be without that thought. So I started reframing it constantly. Who would I be without that thought? Who would I be without that thought? So comment that down below. Who would I be without that thought? And every time you get the I am not good enough, and only you know your story, only you know the way that the voice in your head tries to speak to you. But when it comes up, take a breath and say, who would I be without that thought? And what you'll find is you are a lot more smart, intelligent, beautiful, capable, and powerful than the voice in your head would make you believe. Who would you be without those thoughts? Number 2, there is not enough. So when you believe in a world of scarcity and shortages, you live by the idea of that there is not enough. And so what we tend to think is that if we're a little less happy, then that person that doesn't feel as good will feel better. I have never in my life felt bad enough to make other people feel better. Never in my life have I been able to be broke enough to make someone else rich. But it's this weird exchange where I think it comes from being instilled through institutions over many generations guilt, because that was how they could control us, was through guilt. And so I think it's buried really deep into our subconscious. And it's this guilt of, who am I? Who am I to make more money? Who am I to, have this? Who am I to have that? And then out of that, it breeds a scarcity mindset where there's not enough to go around, which is the furthest thing from the truth anyways, if you want to look at it on a purely scientific perspective. The drywall in your room that you're sitting on, or the chair you're sitting on, or your body is made of atoms, right? So this is a bunch of atoms. Guess what? This atom, all of these atoms, are 99.999% empty space. This fist is 99% empty space. It sounds absurd, but I tell you, this is facts. So it's very weird that this thing would be 99% empty space. Why would this thing be 99% empty space? This is pure gold right here. This pure gold right here, 24 karat pure gold. Guess what? It's 99% empty space. How could this thing right here be 99% empty space? Well, what is it? What is this empty space that's in every atom? That all this stuff that looks physical is 99% empty space. It's like it's almost everything's filled up with air or something. Well, that's spirit. That's non-physical intelligence. It's consciousness. You can call it God. You can call it potatoes. You might get confused though because the word potato already has a previous meaning. But my point is trying to be a little bit funny. My point is, Alan Watts says you can't get wet by the word water. So you can call this intelligence whatever you want. But this intelligence is in every single thing. It's in every single cell of your body, and it's totally infinite. Have you ever in the middle of the night looked out? I live in Hawaii, and so really beautiful stars. And when it's really clear, if I look out, I can see stars from so far away, right? Well, the furthest away star, if I could get there, which would take me hundreds of zillions of trillions of years, even with Elon Musk's best spaceships, once I got there, if there happened to be an atmosphere suitable for my body and my own conscious observation, if I was there and I got 100 trillion zillion light years away to the furthest star, once I got there and I looked out, there would be stars that would go on forever again. That's how infinite space, it is actually infinite. And that intelligence is everything. That God energy is totally infinite. Therefore, there is no scarcity. There is no shortage. I believe that all of the scarcity and shortage that we believe, especially when it comes to money, is because the top 1%, the ruling elite for many generations, for thousands of years, has wanted us to believe in scarcity and shortage because it was a way that they could control us. Get this. You are totally infinite. Guess what? The more money you have, the more people you will help. The more money you have, the more freedom you will have. The happier you are, the more you're going to be able to help people that are unhappy. Guess what? The more happy you are, the more you are going to help people that are unhappy. There is no shortage. So the end goal here is what? I want to be the happiest, healthiest, I want to be the wealthiest, I want to be the most free version of myself. And there is no shortage. There is no shortage. There is no shortage. I live in an infinite universe where all of my dreams and desires can be fulfilled by this universal intelligence. Comment that down below. I am an infinite being. Comment down below, I'm an infinite being. The third thought is I wish. Have you ever noticed a lot of human beings' minds are filled with wishes? I wish this. I wish I get the money. I wish I attract my soulmate. I wish things were different. I wish I had the house that I want. I wish I would have done this. I wish. And we continue to go down a rabbit hole of wishes, always pushing what we want into the future. I wish is an affirmation of I do not have. I wish is an affirmation of I do not have. What would it be like? And it's a hard practice for a minute. What would it be like if you never said I wish anymore? If you never said, when I get that thing, if I get that thing, it'd be nice if this happens, when this finally occurs. What if instead you started expressing your gratitude to God, to the universe, to life, that you already had this thing that you wanted? What if instead of going, man, I really hope that I get that job. You know, I really wish that we could have our dream home, and maybe we will. What if instead of that you went, by the glory of God, I'm so happy and grateful that I live in my dream home, that I have my dream life. What I'm trying to say is, what would happen if you started to tell yourself you already had what you wanted, express gratitude to the universe for it, instead of going to the universe, going to this universal intelligence and going, man, I really wish. Because then the universe goes, look, your wish is my command. Let me keep pushing your wishes into the future. So that's what I invite you to do. Express your gratitude as if you already have it. You will be amazed at what happens. So see if you could do it for the rest of the day. If you could start talking as if you already had these things in your life. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. If you haven't yet, right there down below is JakesHypnosis.com. It's my free success hypnosis. I made it for myself. It changed my life. The results were absolutely incredible, from attracting my soulmate, my dream career, my YouTube channel blowing up, the craziest things happened in my life. And then I also gave it away for free. Now 600,000 people from all over the world have used it, and every day I get an amazing, miraculous story of someone attracting money or a job, or they were able to increase their income drastically and quickly, and they got this success or this opportunity. And it's totally free. It's right there down below. It's JakesHypnosis.com right there down below. It's in the description in the comments right there down below, JakesHypnosis.com. So go ahead right there down below and you can use that for free today. And all you got to do is just let me know what amazing things happen in your life when you use it. So right there down below, JakesHypnosis.com. Hit the like button, subscribe, bell notification right over there on the side. Bell notifications what notifies you for new videos, even if you're already subscribed. Make sure you actually hit the bell notification right over there on the side. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one.